The image of Daniel 2 predicts 4 successive empires. These empires were foreseen by the prophet Daniel hundreds of years before some of them existed. In a night vision, Daniel was shown a massive image made of 4 different metals. The head was made of gold, the chest and arms of silver, the thighs of bronze, and the legs of iron. The feet were made partly of iron and partly of clay. Point number 1. Which empire did the head of gold represent? Daniel explained the dream to Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian king. You, O king, were watching, and behold, a great image. This image's head was of fine gold. Daniel 2:31. Verse 37. You, O king, are a king of kings. You are this head of gold. Point number 2. Which empire succeeded Babylon? Verse 39. But after you shall arise another kingdom, inferior to yours. In October 539 BC, the Persian king Cyrus captured Babylon by diverting the river Euphrates, which ran through the city. With the waters diverted, the Persian army easily entered the city through the dry riverbed and captured it. Point number 3. Which empire succeeded Medo-Persia? Verse 39. Then another, a third kingdom of bronze, which shall rule over all the earth. In 331 BC, Alexander the Great defeated the Persian Empire. Alexander eventually ruled over Egypt, Asia, Mesopotamia, and Anatolia and Macedon. Point number 4. Which empire succeeded Greece? Verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron, inasmuch as iron breaks in pieces and shatters everything. And like iron that crushes, that kingdom will break in pieces and crush all the others. Alexander the Great died, possibly of poisoning, when he was 32 years old in 323 BC. His empire was divided among his 4 generals, Cassander, Lysimachus, Seleucus, and Ptolemy. Meanwhile, in the west, Rome was growing in strength, and by 168 BC, the Roman Empire overthrew the Greek Empire. Point number 5. How did the Roman Empire fall? Verse 41. Whereas you saw the feet and toes, partly of potter's clay, and partly of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, yet the strength of the iron shall be in it, just as you saw the iron mixed with ceramic clay. And as the toes of the feet were partly of iron and partly of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly fragile. The Roman Empire was not defeated by another, stronger empire. Instead, it deteriorated over a very long period of time. In 476 AD, Emperor Romulus was deposed by a Germanic leader. No emperor ever ruled again in Rome. The empire was invaded by barbarian tribes. It eventually was divided into what we know as modern Europe, symbolized by the toes of the image. Point number 6. When will the end of the world occur? Verse 44 reads, And in the days of these kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and it shall stand forever. Daniel predicts that the second coming of Jesus will occur in the days of these kings, that is, in the days of modern Europe. Never again will Europe be ruled under one world empire. Many have tried. We remember Napoleon and Hitler. But this will remain a divided kingdom until Jesus comes again. Point number 7. When will the kingdom of God be established on the earth? Let's go back and read Daniel 2:34. You watched while a stone was cut out without hands, which struck the image on its feet of iron and clay, and broke them in pieces. And the stone that struck the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This is a very important point. The stone strikes at the feet. When in Earth's history is a time frame of the feet? During the time of modern Europe. This verse teaches us that Jesus is coming again very soon to end world history and establish his kingdom forever. Point number 8. What does the Bible say about the end of world history? Verse 35 reads, "Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold were crushed together, and became like chaff from the summer threshing floors. The wind carried them away so that no trace of them was found." When Jesus comes again, God is going to set up his kingdom and end world history. Friends, are you ready to meet Jesus?